In this video, we were playing in a competitive Queso Cup match, so it's our first competitive game in a long time, so either way, let's hop into it. Alright, as we're hopping into the draft here on Kaboom Canyon, I am playing inside of this match, but I am still the 4th player for Tribe Gaming, so that means if someone's missing, then I will sub in, so I'm not back completely to playing competitive. However, I love playing as much as I can, or whenever I get the chance, but here is the draft on Kaboom Canyon, and basically our comp is full control. We don't have any sort of crazy damage dealers to get to the back line, however, they have mediocre damage with the likes of Bonnie Jump and, you know, the Lola. Nothing crazy, but they're gonna get a nice start here as Chepo sneaks through the mid and Shine finishes off Tyrant, or Alec finishes off Tyrant. However, luckily we do have B, which is really good into their comp right now. It's really good into basically every brawler inside of Brawl Stars right now as well. It's just an overall really strong pick. And Alec is going to jump in, get a little bit of damage, get our safe down to 81%. Zuan hits a bunch of nice shots, also basically guarantees that kill for us onto Shine. And now me and Tyrant can hold the position inside of mid with a penny turret. And we're looking pretty good as long as we don't completely lose control here. Tyrant's getting a little bit low, but able to survive with the help of a barrel. Does go down there, but as long as we hold for a decent amount of time, we should be able to come back. Zuan is going to pop Shine there with the 4K actually. We go down onto the left side, but Zuan's able to keep sort of control. He does spot out Chepo, finishes that kill with another 4K. Tyrant now has another turret, going to try to use that to save himself. He does go down here, I believe. Okay, he does go down. I didn't think, I was like, does he actually stay alive? Again, this is a little while ago. This isn't just super recent. We played a couple days or a week ago at this point, I guess. So we're gonna silence Alec onto the left side. We call it the mute or whatever you want to call it. And Otis is really strong right now, guys. If you didn't know, Otis actually does a stupid amount of damage to the safe. We go down there, but the game is pretty even. They don't have a ton of damage as we're speaking right now. We do have the turret, but they have full control, so it's not looking great for us at the moment. We need some sort of kills to get back inside the mid. Shine does hit a nice super onto both me and Zulan. Again, we're looking pretty grim at this point, but we're able to get Shine really low. He plays a little aggressive here, and at this point, as long as we get this kill, he does go down. They also get a kill onto Alec on the other side, and this is the time to regain control. They only got 2% during that entire push. Zuan hits a shot. Tyrant's gonna be able to sneak up, get the damage with the against the clone, and it gets the spray onto Chepo. And at this point, it's like looking like we're gonna be able to win this game as long as we hold control for the rest of the game. We're gonna miss the silence, but we're just making sure we don't die at this point. They have to get control. They have to push up. Zuan goes down, but I know as long as I just don't, you know, suicide here, we're gonna win that game. Tyrant gets a little bit more damage, and the first game goes to us. So let's hop into the next. All right, game number 2, and if we have a little bit better start, the game will go quite a bit better for us. And as I say that, Tyrant gets a nice couple shots, getting close to his turret right away. Now, I should have probably played a little bit more aggressive there, helped him out a little bit quicker. However, it is what it is, I guess. So I kind of played slow, and it kind of cost us. So here we go. I'm going to get pinched there, and I'm going to go down. So they get a pretty decent start. Now, Tyrant's trying to do a Chepo in the corner. It's impossible to pinch someone in that corner by yourself. So he's just going to throw the turret. I'm going to go for Alec here. He's trying his best to kill Chepo, but again, by yourself, it's kind of impossible. I just want to make sure Alec goes down. So Zuan gets a nice shot onto Chepo. We get Alec, and honestly, we survived that, you know, fairly well for, you know, kind of what happened at the start. So 25% is not a huge deal. We're slowly coming back inside this game. We do have the full control. I'm going to just mute Alec as soon as he jumps. He still does take down Zuan, so it's not a bad trade for them because they need to regain control. Shine is going to go extremely low, does go down to the help of Zuan and Tyrant. And at this point, I'm just trying to stay alive in mid, trying to make sure that everyone is able to get back up to the map. I do have my silence. I'm getting kind of tapped. I am able to silence Shine and stay alive a little bit longer. Zuan's going to get a shot onto Alec. He jumps in again. Tyrant's getting pushed into a weird spot. Alex survives with a little bit of HP, gets a little bit more damage, and it actually ends up being quite a bit of damage. He does survive for quite a while. He does go down eventually here, I believe, with the help of Zuan and Tyrant, I think. Maybe, I don't know. He stays alive for a long time. Honestly, pretty well played to him at this point. But he finally dies to the help of the turret, and it's still a close game. I mean, 20% basically is what's the difference here. Is not a ton. Shine is pushing up to the right side, though, giving me a little bit of a hard time, and we just need one push. And as I'm saying this, we just need to get a little bit of control. However, it is difficult to push into a Griff that just heals up over time. You can see Griff is annoying, but I almost kill him. I probably could have killed him here. We do, I think, get this kill finally. Tyrant also gets a kill onto Chepo, I believe. Alex just about to die, goes down. We have the full control. This is looking really good for us. However, Griff does have super. We have to play safe. He does miss. Zuan barely goes down to Chepo, I believe. Alec jumps in, does trade out a kill onto Tyrant. Zuan's still alive, but I'm getting pinched. I try to mute Shine. I get the mute, but I get taken out at the same time and unable to do the damage. We lose game 2, so let's hop into game 3. All right, hopping into game 3. Now this game I wanted to play a little bit more aggressive with the likes of Tyrant. I know Tyrant's a very aggressive player, and you can see him sneak towards the mid, get a couple shots onto Chepo right off the bat, pops the barrel, and one-shot Shine. I mean, that was like 5k damage, and at this point we have turret. Tyrant's in control. I have the left side on lock. Alec is very, very low on the left side. Tyrant is just doing work on the right. Alec goes down, and at this point we have full control. This is the best start we could have asked for. Tyrant has another turret saved up in the best spot of the game right now for Penny. That's a really hard spot to deal with Penny, especially since they have barrels. They're desperately trying to get Tyrant out of there, and we are just pounding on the save, and we're getting so much damage with the help of the turret. 30% left to their name. At this point the game is almost over. Like, I don't even know how they come back. They're just trying to pinch Tyrant. I do like 5 to 7% per shot. I don't actually know. If you know the exact damage what Otis does, let me know in the comments down below. It's kind of nasty, but either way, we win that game 100-0 thanks to a beautiful start from the team and specifically Tyrant. All right, hopping into the next set on Beach Ball, here is the draft, and it's an interesting draft. The Sprout is good into both me and B, which would be Zulan. I was the roughs. However, the Stu ends up being good versus every single brawler except for Penny. So Stu is kind of our carry this game, and Tyrant was playing the Stu. So let's hop into it and show you what happened. All right, here we go, first game, and honestly, I have a kind of terrible lane versus the Sprout. Sprout kind of 3-taps me or 2-taps me. Zulan gets pinched at the start. However, Tyrant's able to break some walls with his super, or his gadget, excuse me, able to get a kill onto Alec, does get traded out. And again, my job here is honestly to play pretty safe, slowly charge my super, slowly break up the walls, make the map a little bit harder to play for Chepo. And you can see I'm not going to play very aggressive. I'm just going to try to juke as many Sprout shots as possible. However, I get tapped like crazy off of one pretty nasty bounce there, and Chepo's able to push up the map. Luckily, he doesn't pick up his wall, and you know, every time he has wall, it makes it much more difficult for us. So right now we're just trying to survive. I'm getting tapped up by Chepo. I have to pop a gadget here just to push them back a little bit. Luckily, we were able to destroy that wall pretty quickly with the help of the invulnerability, and Tyrant is just gonna go chase down the Sprout, and that's what he really has to do here. Either chase down the Sprout or the Carl, whichever one is fine. We're gonna pop a gadget here, get that turret down, also can get control in the mid, push them back outside of this grass. And at this point, this is probably the best we've been looking so far. So I have the super, gonna break some more walls. Tyrant's doing a lot of work on this left side, gonna try to help him out. I do miss a couple shots there. He does survive. Alec gadgets it in, gonna get the trade onto me, and Zuan is the last man standing at this point, does have a 3k, almost gets the shot onto, I believe that was Shine, almost got the kill. But either way, again, as long as we get to overtime, we're looking pretty good. We just don't want to lose control too early, and if they score, it might be difficult for us too. So Tyrant's gonna play pretty aggro, trying to get some sort of control or some sort of kills, and that is what he has to do as the Stu. Again, he has such a good matchup versus the Sprout and the Carl. If he can ever get, you know, a couple dashes onto him, he's gonna get those kills. Zuan gets a nice couple kills or shots onto Alec, trades that kill, and at this point, it's looking pretty good for us, except I go down, and at this point, we just have to wait a little bit longer until overtime, until I come back inside the map. And at this point, nice 3k from Zuan. Again, Tyrant's gonna go aggro, get a kill, and then just come right back and stay alive. And 12 seconds to overtime. As soon as this happens, this is when we can really shine. B in overtime is kind of deadly, especially if they don't really have much range, which they don't. They have a Penny, a Carl, and Sprout in the open is okay, I guess. So we're going to take down the turret pretty quickly, and we're going to try our best here to get some sort of kills. Again, versus Carl, I don't really have any good matchups this match, honestly. Carl's bad, Penny's not great, and Sprout's also really bad. Probably Carl's my best matchup, actually. So either way, Alec's gonna get close to this corner. He does get a kill onto us, but Tyrant's able to trade out the kill. Zuan hits a beautiful 3k through the wall, basically, onto Chepo. And at this point, as long as Shine doesn't get super, there's no way they score. Tyrant finishes off the kill. We're gonna go for the goal attempt here. We have 20 seconds left, tons of time. Tyrant's dashing in. We're so close to super, I believe. Zuan has his 3k. Nice shot from Zuan, gets a kill onto Chepo. Alec's gonna come in. We're gonna super Alec. We're gonna pass the ball to Tyrant. Tyrant has super, and that is the goal, and that is the game. So hopping into game 2. All right, game number 2, and we have a great start thanks to a couple nice shots from Zuan, and he's able to kind of put Alec in a really tough spot here. As long as they're able not to get pinched here, but Tyrant or Zuan, Alec's really in a tough spot. So we're able to kind of push up the map thanks to that. Zulon does go down in the exchange. However, it's not the end of the world. Tyrant does have super, able to wall breaks, just gonna burst through Alec, and that's kind of why Stu is so good versus Carl. Carl just can't do the DPS. Also, you'll note we took long dash, and I think this was a really smart play from us, just because, again, long dash, pretty good versus the throwers, pretty good versus Carl. And at this point, we're pushed up the map. We got our wall break already. We're going to break the left side this time. I think the left side is a little bit better to break than the right, and that's just because they have less spots to hide, and it breaks more grass. So that's personally what I think, but either way, B in the mid as of now, and B in the mid is deadly versus, hey, Carl. I mean, there's nothing Carl can really do. Going to get outranged quite hard. And we do have two sort of not great matchups as the Stu was on to the Penny. However, you can see Tyrant, as soon as he gets super, he knows he can just switch matchups just really quickly with the long dash. And he's looking very menacing right now, and he's got his super again, and I think he makes a pretty nice play about right here. You're gonna see him break the wall, go back, grab the ball, and just super it in. So very nice heads up play from Tyrant, able to score pretty quickly there, and with 1 minute left, it's really looking good for us. It's pretty hard for them to score with us having B, you know, Stu as well. So at this point, we're looking pretty good. Alex gonna go in, able to get traded here, I believe. Oh, actually stays alive for a little bit longer, does go down. Tyrant's trying his best at this point. They're looking pretty close to scoring. I'm trying to get this ball out of there. Probably should have went left. I went right. It doesn't really matter as long as I got the ball out, which I did. Zulon's going to hit the 3K onto Alec, push up because he has nowhere to go, does get traded, but as long as we keep this ball out of our zone, we're able to, you know, keep the goal, keep the game 1-0. Tyrant's going to pop the gadget, get basically a kill onto Chepo, stays alive for just a little bit longer. This game's getting a little bit dicey. We're able to kill Shine. Our super is going to hit Chepo, and that is going to be the game. Alec also knows it. Right about here, he spins. We're going to put the smiley faces, I believe, in the check mark. Just a, you know, nice little thing, I guess. I don't know. Smiley faces are kind of fun. But either way, that's set 2. Let's get to set 3. All right, hopping into set 3 on Double Swoosh. Here's the draft. Let's hop in it. All right, so hopping into the game now, I made 2 huge mistakes, or at least 1 huge mistake. The other one, it's a tilting mistake just because I like the skin. Usually I use Stonks Pam. I bought Stonks Pam. I even got, you know, rank 30 if you guys didn't see that video. But when you change brawlers, which this needs to be fixed in my opinion, when you change brawlers with your teammates, you sometimes get their skin. So I have the regular Pam skin, which is, it's not a big deal, it's just tilting. And the other thing is I don't have speed gear, and speed gear is like crucial on this map, and that was my mistake. I didn't really notice it until last second, and by the time I noticed it, it was too late. So, you know, mistakes happen. Either way, this game is still 100% winnable. It's not the end of the world. It just kind of sucks. Tyrant is going to get stunned here. I'm going to go face tank this for him, try to keep him alive because he is the gem carrier. Now, I don't know if that was the right play. I probably should have maybe played aggressive and try to get the kill instead of tank it to the face, but, you know, I kept him alive, and I guess that's probably what Pam should be doing. So either way, I'm going back to this right side, and I'll be honest, guys, this was not my best set. This was probably my worst set throughout the entire thing, and you guys can criticize, and you know, I'll go over my mistakes and what I think, but either way, I'm kind of spoiling it. But so Alex gonna jump in, does get the trade, we get the trade. Chepo's also jumping in, so they're kind of suiciding at this point, but again, their comp is kind of scary. They have both Crow Jump and Bonnie Jump, which are really deadly. Now I'm gonna pop the gadget, and very nice super from Zulon. Zulon's gonna do a lot of work this series. Now this is where things get dicey. I don't even understand how this happened. So I was basically gonna kill Shine. He popped the gadget, and I thought he was going to die. Alec kills me, and at this point, Zulon's put in a really, really tough spot. And honestly, I think that's just my mistake. I think I should have been able to work that out and get the kill. I wasn't expecting the gadget from Shine, so again, my mistake. That was a nice pull from Tyrant. We should have won right there. But either way, let's get to the next game. All right, here we go, game number 2, and hopefully I don't do that same mistake where I get the pull and we go down. Now, Alec's going to do a ton of work. He pops the gadget. He is going to go kind of low here, but he does have super basically instantly. And now that's the problem with me trying to push up onto a Bonnie. Bonnie's going to get super, and there's really nothing I can do about it. And it makes Tyrant's job so much harder, as he has to watch out for a bunch of jumps like that. And Alec gets the kill. Zulon's trying his best. I'm going to be able to protect these gems. However, it's not a great thing. We still only have 3 gems. They have bow mines. They have control. The mid is broken. That's also a super important thing to notice. Once the mid gets broken, it makes the gem carrier's job much harder. And as long as their mid stays up, they can kind of hide, and it's just not great. So either way, I'm trying to push up on this right side. I do get pretty low here. I'm going to try to steal his ammo, but that's Bonnie. You can't steal Bonnie's ammo because it's only one ammo at a time, and Bonnie's able to kill me. Tyrant gets a nice pull onto Shine. However, again, we're not able to get that kill, unfortunately, so Shine's able to survive. We're trying to trip these bow mines. You know how much I hate bow mines. I even get slowed there. I almost died to that bow mine. That was almost really nice from Chepo. I'm able to push up here, try my best. We're going to get basically a kill onto Chepo, however, not quite. Zuan gets the kill onto Alec, also gets a nice tag onto Bo, and here is a one whiff shot right there. Chepo stays alive, and if he goes down there, that's huge. Tyrant just misses that pull, almost hit Shine again, almost went 3 for 3 on huge pulls. And at this point, another kind of mistake here. I kind of charge Alec, but I'm just trying to play aggressive. Alec jumps in, and then Chepo jumps in. And again, that's kind of what I was talking about. Their comp's kind of annoying with how many jumps. Zuan's playing really, really well on this right side. Can't do much more. And unfortunately, that is going to be the game. They get 14 gems. And I think this was my worst set. Let me know what you guys think. I didn't play great here. So either way, next set. All right, here we go. Hopping into 4th set on Shooting Star. Now, this game, I'm going to be playing Tick, a brawler I'm a little bit more comfortable with. I'm pretty comfortable with all throwers. So let's hop into it. And here we go. All right, here we go. Game 1. And also, Carl is pretty good as you want to grab the first star. Now, the biggest thing about Belle on this map is that once you get control and you get the lead, it's pretty hard to push into a Belle. Like, if they get the blue star, Belle sets some traps. It's very hard for us to kill the Belle or to kill anybody. Luckily there, we got some nice mines onto Alec, getting a first kill pretty early. And at this point, we're looking pretty good. Now, Tyrant gets tapped quite a bit, I believe, goes down there. But again, we're still with the lead, so not a huge deal. Trying our best to hit some shots. Now, this is not a great matchup, as I'm saying, on the left side, at least for Zuan. Byron versus B is definitely in favor of Byron, in my opinion. However, B is able to at least win that lane. It's not impossible, but Byron gets the easier job. Does hit the super. Zuan just lives. Tyrant is going to have some nasty jukes this game as well. Zuan does get traded out there. Again, not a great matchup for him. So we're going to switch lanes at this point. It's much easier for him to versus the Belle. And at this point, we are looking pretty decent here. We're going to try to get some kills. So we're going to use this super to push up the map. And you're going to see they're going to try to pinch us pretty hard. We actually stay alive pretty well here. So Chepo, you can see him coming over trying to get the pinch. We're going to juke a ton of shots, or a couple of shots at least, and try to slowly push up onto this matchup. Now, Tyrant's going to get tagged quite a bit, able to survive and able to get out. I don't know how he matrixed that, but we do kill Chepo in the back. Now, that might have been a little bit of a lucky kill, but it is what it is, and we're going to get that kill. So we have the lead. Now, at this point, I told Tyrant that he could easily kill Shine here if he does gadget. If we get pushed back, it's an easy gadget onto Shine, and he's going to be able to get that kill. Now, here at this point, we're getting pushed back a little bit, and it's pretty, you know, it's a pretty free kill for Tyrant, and I do not blame him whatsoever. He goes in, gets the kill onto Chepo, almost gets the kill onto Shine, and it actually just ends up somehow we lose the blue star lead, and it's just actually super unfortunate. And you know, it could have happened to any one of us. I don't blame him for going in. I literally said you can go in onto the Byron. So somehow we lose that game. It's actually kind of sad, but either way, we hop into the next game. We don't let it bother us. All right, game number 2, and that was a heartbreaking loss for us, but at the end of the day, not a huge deal. We're going to switch lanes pretty quickly. The tick onto Byron is pretty good. However, Byron is kind of annoying until he runs out of gadgets, so that's something to note. Byron's able to push up onto a tick pretty easily with the gadgets, but once you run out of all 3 gadgets, that's when Tick kind of destroys the lane. So either way, Zuan's doing a pretty good job, has his 3k. Also note he's running the shield star power. It's pretty good versus the likes of Byron and Belle. At this point, we're getting pushed back. Like I said, it would probably happen. Shine's going to get a couple nice shots. I do think I go down here, and I thought we were going to trade this kill. Luckily, Shine got super and able to survive. Now, nice gadget from Tyrant to stay alive. That was huge. If he goes down there, again, like I said, we're going to be pushing into Belle mines, and that's a really hard thing to do. So if Tyrant dies, I actually think we probably lose this game right then and there. But either way, we're still alive inside this game. Shine's trying to push up with the gadget. You see that's his last gadget. So at this point, I can kind of win lane, or I should be able to win lane pretty easily. We're going to drop the tick head, try to push him back. He gets pretty low. Zuan's doing a great job juking around in the mid. He has no real easy matchup. All 3 long range are pretty decent versus him. He also doesn't have a ton of help, so we're able to kill Shine there with a nice bunch of mine placements. Tyrant is doing what he does best and jukes like crazy. Also really good spot for him, because if they ever push up too far, he can just gadget and then get a kill for free basically, and he can die at this point. It doesn't really matter if he dies. We're still going to be in the lead. So Shine's pushing up. He gets pretty low. 20 seconds left. They need to sort of make a play. Zuan gets a beautiful kill onto Chepo. Tyrant goes in. He knows that's the time to go in. Zuan's going to finish off the last kill, and that is going to be game 2. So let's hop into game 3. All right, here we go. Game 3. And if we win this one, we are going to win the series. Now, again, we have a different matchup this time. So this one, we're going to play Tyrant to the left, and we're going to go with, you know, Tick on the right versus Alec, and then B versus Brock. We wanted B in the mid this time around. So either way, the walls go down for Tyrant. It makes it quite hard for him. We're kind of forced back a little bit because of it. And again, I personally would rather lane against a Byron. Don't ask me why. I just don't like laning Bell that much. But Zuan's joystick bugs out here a little bit, but it doesn't kill him. So luckily he stays alive. Hits a beautiful 3K. I almost get the kill onto Chepo, but with some nice heals from Shiny, stays alive. Tyrant's going to get a couple nice shots. He's looking to gadget in, but he wants to play it safe. I believe this is the game that Tyrant has some of the nastiest jukes I've seen. Nice 3K from Zuan. And we're going to push through with the Tick Mine. We're also going to take out some of the Bell traps. We get a kill on the right side. As I was saying that, Zuan got a nice snipe onto the left, and we are up 5-0 right now, and this is looking really, really good in our favor. And again, that one wall on the left side is so important. If it's down, it makes it much harder for Tyrant to play his lane, but with that one wall, he's able to do quite a bit of work. Alec goes pretty low here. Zuan almost gets the kill. They kind of push us into a pretty weird spot here. Gets a little bit dicey. Tyrant goes towards the mid, and I think this is where he gets so many jukes. Or I think it's on 750 HP right here. Look, I think he jukes like 5 shots. I don't know. He stays alive for such a long time. I don't know how he did, but either way, him staying alive allowed us to get a kill onto the right side, basically stopping their push. And as soon as he respawns, he gadgets in, gets 1, able to get 2, and I believe that's basically going to secure the game. And Alec's going to go down there nice and easy from Tyrant. Shine's just going in. There's no point at this point. There's no way they come back, and we're going to win that game 20-10, I believe, and that is going to be the series. And there you guys go. That was my first competitive game in a little while. Now, this was nothing crazy serious. Queso Cup round robin is kind of intense. It's still competitive. However, it's not the, you know, most crazy tournament. So there was no real pressure for me to perform. So that was kind of a relief. And I played all right. I had some mistakes here and there, but GG's to West Coast. We're able to win 3-1. And if you guys enjoy these competitive games, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. Also, thank you so much for 30K. A video will be coming, a special one down the road, but either way, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.